Assalamualaikum and hi. Okay, so in this video, let's look at how we can find area enclosed by two curves. Okay. Actually, it's not complicated at all. Okay, if you can understand the concept of area under a curve, then it will be easy for this one. All right, it's just that now when we are dealing with area enclosed by two curves, basically we must have two functions. Okay, two functions. And once again, if you are going to integrate or if you are going to find the area with respect to the x-axis, then the two functions must be fx and gx. If you are going to integrate with respect to the y-axis, then the function must be in terms of fy and gy. Okay, when I say fx, that means the variable inside the equation must be in terms of x. Okay, and then for fy, that means the variable inside the equation consists of y only. Okay, you must have two functions. Okay, before you can decide on which function subtract which function, you must know which graph located on top of the other function. Okay, because this must be the graph at the top and this is the graph at the bottom. Okay, and there is easy way that you can check for this. Okay, I mean on how to decide which function is bigger than the other. Okay, you simply insert, okay, let's say, okay, we have our lower limit and upper limit, right? Okay, let's say we choose a value that's located between the lower limit and the upper limit. Let's say it's m. Okay, that means fm must be greater than gm. Whenever you can show this, that means fx is greater than gx. Okay, so this is how you check for which function is bigger than the other. Okay, because the bigger function will subtract the smaller function. Okay, let's do this example. Okay, find the area enclosed by the curves x squared minus 1. So this will be your fx. I mean, one of the function. Okay, we haven't decided on whether fx is greater than gx or not. Okay, let's just name the function. Okay, and this will be the second function, gx. So fx equals to x squared minus 1 and gx equals to 8x minus 16. Okay, now the next step will be you must find the lower limit and the upper limit since it's not given. Okay, so how can you find the lower limit and the upper limit? Is by solving these two equations simultaneously. Okay, just like what you have learned in the earlier chapters. Okay, so as you can see, y equals to something, and this is also y equals to something. So basically, x squared minus 1 is the same as 8x minus 16. Okay, because as you can see, both are y. right? Both are y. So we can equate these two equations. Okay, and then how to solve this? Okay, x squared minus 8x minus 1 plus 16. Okay, so this is equals to 0. Now you can factor this equation, right? Let me simplify this further. This is x squared minus 8x plus 15. Okay, so how can we factorize this? This is x minus 5, x minus 3. Okay, so we can get the lower limit and the upper limit, right? So this will be the lower limit because it's smaller. This will be the upper limit. Okay, now let's decide on the, you can say this is step 1. Okay, let's proceed to step 2. Let me write here. Okay, so so we have the lower limit is 3 and the upper limit is 5. Okay, let's choose m. Okay, let m equals to 4. Okay, because 4 is somewhere between 3 and 5. Okay, let's replace the value 4 inside our functions. Okay, what is f4? f4 is 4 squared minus 1, and this is 15. Okay, observe that g of 4 is 16. So we can see that g of 4 is greater than f of 4. So we can conclude that g of x is greater than f of x. All right. This is important fact because when we are trying to find the area, we must write greater function, bigger function must can subtract the smaller function. Okay, and then let's write this is gx. Okay, this is gx, and then minus fx. Fx is x squared minus 1. Okay, when we are dealing with a subtraction sign or a minus sign, we must write in bracket because it will affect what all values of each values. Okay, and then we can simplify further to get x squared minus negative 16 plus 1. Okay, this is minus 15 minus x squared dx. Okay, only then in the next step we integrate. So this is x squared, 8x squared over 2 minus 15x minus x cubed over 3. And don't forget our upper limit and lower limit. Okay, and do the same step as before. So we will replace the upper limit first. So this is, we can simplify this. This is 1 and this is 4. Okay, so we will replace 5. 4 times 5 squared minus 15 times 5 minus 5 cubed over 3. And then minus, now we will replace the lower limit. 4 times 3 squared minus 15 times 3 minus 3 cubed over 3. Okay, so use your calculator. Okay, let's write the answer for the first bracket. Okay, so this will be negative 50 over 3 minus, okay, now let's write the answer for the second bracket. This is negative 18. Okay, negative 8. Now this is actually negative 50 over 3 plus 18, right? Because negative and negative will yield positive. Okay, so this is 18 is bigger than 50.3 because 50.3 is 16 point something. Okay, so you will get 4 over 3 and this is positive. Okay, or you can also write 1.33 unit square. Okay, because it's area. Okay, we are dealing with area, so it's squared here. Regardless of the unit, because we do not know what kind of unit we are dealing with, it can be centimeter, meter, and so on. Okay, or it can also be kilometer squared. Okay, but since we do not have the information for the specific unit, we simply write unit squared. Okay. Okay, so I think that's the end for this video. But before that, okay, I need everyone to submit B today. Okay, um, I um, I will create a slot that you can submit through online learning. Okay, for this question. Okay, but let me give you the hint. Okay, find the area enclosed by the curves, these two curves. You can decide on your own which to you can find the area whether with respect to the x-axis or the y-axis. Okay, but you must be careful with the first equation. Okay, let me give you some hint. Okay, if you are going to integrate this with respect to y, you must modify this a little bit. Okay, so this is x equals to y squared over 2. So this will be your first function. Okay. Well, since it's your first function, you can write f of y. Okay, it doesn't really matter because you still need to check which function is bigger than the other. Okay, or and then for the second function, once again, you must modify this a little bit further. If you are going to make it as gy, okay, because you cannot straight away take this because you do not have x. You do not have single x here. Okay, so in order for this equation to become single x on the left side, then this will be 2y square root. Okay, square root. You can either write a square root in terms of the symbol, or you can also convert it into the power sign or the power, yeah, the power sign, it will be 1/2 because we are dealing with square. Okay, so this will be your second function. Okay, the hint that I gave is is when you are going to find the area with respect to y-axis. Okay, but if you decide to make it to find the area with respect to the x-axis, then you can modify to have fx and gx. All right. Okay, so that's the real end of this video. Thank you so much.